So, I just want to burn a little bit of Palo Santo right now. Hopefully you guys could hear me. I hope you had a great day today. I just wanted to come in. I want to let you know that I wish good things for you. I hope that you are having an easy week. I'm just going to set this down. I was actually watching little orbs in the frame over here earlier, and I wanted to come in and just talk about emotions and feelings and our ideas. So I'm going to set that down and let that burn a little bit. This is just me, and if you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. My channel is Florida Native. I was pretty much raised in Florida since I was 4 years old. My family moved down from North Dakota. I was born in New Jersey, but the majority of my life has been spent here in Florida. I spent maybe almost a 10-year stint in California in the mid-2000s, and then I moved back here in 2012 to be closer to my family, my immediate family. I have a lot of family in California, but I just wanted to see how you're doing. I know that if you had a chance to see any of my other videos, sometimes I switch subjects from spirituality to just being a Florida native, and maybe some spiritual practices that I have, and just everyday life. Nothing extraordinary. It's just like you, I'm a regular person navigating through this life on earth, and it's not exactly the easiest at times. I know that for most of you, you know what I mean. Excuse me, my nose is itching. Let me grab my water. There we go. We have so many choices. We have so many options. We have so many directions to go in our life. Sometimes we end a cycle, whether it be in a work environment or relationships. It could be moving to a different state, or moving to a different environment, even a different country. Maybe some of you have retired and you have some time on your hands. Some of you are maybe just starting out your life. You've finished college and you're venturing out into the world, maybe in your first job. And some of you are changing careers and you're just wondering where your path may lead you. And everyone goes through these same, I would say, patterns in life or issues in life, whether it be to marry or not to marry, to have kids, to not have children, to take this path in your career or not to, or to maybe just take a sabbatical and leave work entirely, maybe to, take some time out for yourself and self-care, or maybe even to help take care of a loved one or an elderly parent. We have so many different potentials in this world, and I just want to let you know that you're not alone. And we have a lot of these relationships that are wonderful, and then sometimes it's like a passing of time, a passing the torch, and you move on from certain people, individuals, groups in your life in order to further develop and to further grow, and possibly to grow more towards a spiritual path. And that's really what I talk about on my channel, is finding that peace. And I was just watching some videos on YouTube, and I know that a lot of you might get caught up doing that. And then sometimes you're talking about, say, the Menendez case from 20, 30 years ago, and then they talk about the election that's coming up, and then there's like some of us kind of get into this rabbit hole of watching true crime, and maybe it's the weather and you're watching hurricane season, or you're watching whatever pops up on your news feed or your YouTube feed. But you found this video for a reason. I don't know how it works, but for some reason you were led to this video if you are new to my channel. And this leads me to talk about what we are taking into our energy field. Because for just one moment I got caught up. My news feed showed me something that was a little heavy, and then I switched to something on YouTube. And that's what's so beautiful about it, is watching a guy on YouTube, and he does acts of kindness, and he's really funny, and the energy of laughter and joy and comedy, those are energies. That's a vibration of changing the energy. If you get stuck in maybe watching things on the news or watching movies that might be a little bit, let's say, maybe it's not as uplifting. So the message really is to be aware of what you are ingesting or what you are putting in your mind. It's getting a little cold here in Florida, and it doesn't help that I'm drinking cold water. I have my ice, but I want to drink more water. I know that some of you need to. So let me be the example. I'm going to continue. I've been on a coffee kick, and I've changed my diet a little bit. But I'm thinking about actually changing my diet back to what it used to be. For me, I was trying a little bit of the carnivore diet. I think I overdid it with the fat. And you can do it. Of course, I'm not telling anybody what to do, but I feel that I just feel lighter with fruit. And again, this is not about diets or health, and I'm not in the medical field, so I'm never telling anybody what to do. But sometimes you have to do what you feel you're led to do. And I really did not feel well yesterday. It was eggs, and nothing wrong with eggs. Again, I'm not telling you not to eat eggs. I'm just saying, for me, it didn't make me feel too good yesterday. So I've always been a fruit girl, and right here, this is a persimmon. It comes from our family farm, and I know a lot of people maybe don't know what a persimmon is, but it is, they call it an Asian fruit, but it's got a little scratch on them. And when I went out, I was coming back from running my errands. We're supposed to be out of these fruit. This one's pretty hefty and it's sweet. And I found it out in the field where we're supposed to be finished with our season. So I actually found two. I have another one over there near my altar. And I'm going to probably wait another couple of days when it gives me a little bit more give, like a cantaloupe. And they're delicious, and it gets a little gelatinous inside. But I don't know, I'm going to listen to my intuition and probably go back to eating more fruit that's in season. And I know where this one came from. We don't spray, and we don't put any chemicals on our property at all. So I'm very excited, and I feel this was this gift from God that I found this guy in the trees. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you know how excited I get. I am an ag major, and I was raised on a farm, so we used to grow our own, excuse me, our own fruit and vegetables before organic, and organic farming was cool. So we raised animals, and we also had our own garden all the time. And this was just like a little gift. So I'm excited. You know, if anyone's familiar or not familiar with persimmons, this is a Fuyu persimmon, definitely let me know. So I digress. Back to my subject. That is also part of what you bring into your energy, from your food to the thoughts that you have, a lot of self-talk or things that you're reading. If you have time, you know, get a book, and that sometimes a nice fiction book for someone, something that's uplifting, you know, to change your energy and change your mood. I know that holidays are coming up soon, and some of you are going to be with family, but there's a lot of us that are without family. There's a lot of you out there that have maybe no one to celebrate these different milestones, these holidays, these human celebrations. And you know, I just want to remind you that you're never alone. You know, whenever I come to do a video, I do have a little bit of anxiety. You know, I just want to make sure that I'm getting the messages to you. I hope to serve as someone who's uplifting and encouraging, and just a reminder to know that you are loved in the grand scheme of things. I know that we have this three-dimensional world, and I've spoken about this before, that we're so in this material world, this physical world. And I don't want you to forget that we are also spiritual beings. As much as we are physical, we're also spiritual. And there's a lot of things in the unseen world that you might not put a lot of emphasis on, maybe a lot of importance for or on, but it is very important. And these are strengths that you can draw from, especially when you have that firm foundation with who you are and your self-worth and value. And like I said, I always get a little nervous. I know that some of you also are creators sometimes, or you're out in the public, or you have to do speeches, or you know, perhaps your job requires you to be in front of a lot of people. Depends on my mood. I could be very extroverted to get around people that I'm very comfortable around, but you know, with YouTube, it's just me filming, of course, but then I always want to say something of value for others, and I don't ever want to say the wrong thing, but I also trust that God is going to give me the right words. And I always have this self-talk before I come on, and it's not easy. It's not easy because, you know, sometimes people take what I say wrong, especially in my shorts. I do get comments. I read all the comments. Sometimes they're really kind and very, very nice and very supportive, and some of them are really not so nice, or it's my message is taken wrong, or maybe that person who makes the comment is having a bad day. I've had people actually apologize after making a nasty comment, and that's okay. I understand. Our moods, we're human, and I appreciate that. And so whatever I say in my videos, I hope that I do not upset anyone. So most of the times it's what I feel that Spirit's giving me. I am Spirit, you are Spirit, so it is coming from Spirit. So Spirit works through me as Spirit works through you. And I never want to offend anyone. So hopefully if you've made it this far, you're enjoying the content. So I really just want to do a quick video about maybe not exposing ourselves so much to any negativity or past issues. Sometimes things happen to you and we replay it, right? A lot of times things happen in our lives and we replay it over and over and over again. And there's many emotions that can pop up, right? You could feel feelings of regret, or how could I have handled this differently, or maybe you're angry or you have resentment towards a particular situation or a person. Just know that there's ways to move out of that energy. And like I said, it could be as simple as reading a good book. You know, maybe someone has, you know, some time to go outdoors in nature. That always helps me to go out in the sunshine. It's been beautiful days in Florida. It's what I look forward to every year. I love my summers, but fall and winter in Florida is absolutely the best. We get the best of both worlds because sometimes we have warmer days and we don't have snow. And not that I don't appreciate other weathers or other climates, because I do. But this is about changing the things that you can change. And sometimes we get into that victim mentality where, and labels. I know that a lot of the labels out there right now, or in the last few years, has been narcissism and empaths and, you know, childhood traumas, and I'm not saying that lightly, because I know these things are very difficult things to experience in life, and it does exist, and it brings out emotions that sometimes people have a hard time getting over or healing from, really. And sometimes those that don't heal may turn to drugs or alcohol, or even worse, becoming an abuser and continuing that pattern of abuse, so or addiction, or anything in that lower vibration. And some of you have had pretty rough childhoods. You know, everyone's had something. I mean, no one has a perfect life. I didn't have a perfect life. You know, my neighbor didn't have a perfect life. My cousins didn't have a perfect life. My friends didn't have a perfect life, whatever you call perfect. But I choose to learn and focus on more of the positive. Yes, when we're going through it, it's hard to not think about those and having those memories of those difficult times, or the wrongs that have been done, or the betrayals, or the lies, or the cheating, or the just things that you had to experience. But I promise you, if you feel these emotions and allow yourself to feel, because we're not here to bury those emotions. That's a thing of the past. People you know, we are evolved now, in 2024 to feel those emotions, and we don't want to have to feel them again. And so this is maybe a dark night of the soul for you, where you're going through these emotions, and you could do it totally sober, and you could do it all on your own with the help of your spiritual team. We all have angels, we all have God, we have our higher self, we have this consciousness that's greater than the physical that we see, and I can't stress that enough. And you could say it's separate, but in essence, it's you, all of you. It's the whole of you, and we are all connected. So, treating others as you would have them treat you. That's one of the big things that you want to remember. Sometimes we're nice to some and then maybe not to others. And watch your thoughts. Watch your thoughts about other people. Watch your thoughts about yourself. Watch your thoughts. And if you find yourself having maybe more than negative thoughts, be aware of that and rethink it. And you could rethink that and put out something more positive. And if the pain is still there inside you, depending on whatever your situation is, and I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight or just saying, abracadabra, it's gone, because that's not how emotions and feelings, and that's not how we work as humans. But you will see the light at the end of the tunnel. You will see this light, and if you have the tools and you work on developing that what's inside you. I know meditation's a huge one. Just going within, being quiet. It's really difficult. I know. I know Halloween's coming up. Christmas is coming. Thanksgiving's coming up. New Year's. There's always your friends and groups and family and work parties always grabbing at you, and this is a time that maybe you want to spend that time alone without these obligations to go to a party or be around people. If you have that intuition to stay in or just take this time for yourself, even if there's something planned or going on at that moment, do that for yourself. You listen to your intuition. I mean, honestly, I'm supposed to go to a Halloween party this weekend, and I really just want to, take some time for myself and enjoy this beautiful weather. I'm not a drinker. I love my friends, absolutely. I want to see them for sure, and I don't have to drink if I go to the party. But I'm still on the fence whether I want to go or not. And those are the little things I'm talking about, is making those decisions for yourself, what you feel like doing. A lot of us, maybe you feel the pressure because these people are going, they want you to go. So, and also you got to ask yourself, what do you want to surround yourself with? Me personally, I don't drink. It's not a thing for me any longer, and I don't judge anyone that does, but I don't know if I really want to be on the road and be around people that are drinking. It's just not where I'm at right now. So I know it's not life or death, but these are little tips and suggestions on on a way to say yes to yourself and to not feel that guilt or pressure or feeling like you're going to hurt anyone else's feelings or disappoint anyone, because I know some of you live with that. You live with like people pleasing or, you know, fear of missing out, they say. You got to just do what makes you happy and what you're comfortable with. And sometimes it's just, you know, you just want to veg. Maybe all week you've been working and then you just really want to take this weekend, maybe, you know, maybe last weekend you were with your family, or the weekend before you had to go out of town, and the weekend before you had, you know, you had to work, or you had other obligations, or maybe you went to a funeral. And so maybe this weekend or the next weekend or tomorrow, you just want to take that day of mental health, like a mental health day or a mental health weekend. And again, I just want to reiterate that only you can make those decisions for yourself. No one can make you do it. We have free will. And I know some people would argue that we don't have free will, that everything is, everything's decided for us in this grand scheme, this universe. But I'm not sure if I 100% believe that. I believe that we are here to learn some lessons. There's many avenues, there's many paths to get there and to learn the lessons. There's short paths, there's so many factors on everyone's individual experience. And everyone's experience is so beautiful because it's individual, it's unique, and your experience is unlike any other beings, any other person's experience in this whole world through time and space. And I really believe that, you know, God works through us and God experiences life through your lens. We all have that divine spark. And everyone's story is important. So I want you to know that you can choose from this moment on to choose to live more abundantly in a happier energy, in something that's going to bring you joy, even if it means just blocking everyone out of your life for this moment in time. And then when you're ready, go back out, you know, if you want. Everyone has that choice. Everyone has these potentials in life. And you are the creator. You create, you co-create in this world. And that's a fact. That's a fact. I could shut this video off and be done and never make a video ever again. And that's my choice, right? I have free will. Or I can continue to make videos and serve part of my divine purpose, which is to help uplift those that maybe want to go on their spiritual path, that want to really believe that there is this higher power, this higher purpose for your life, for my life, for everyone's life, everyone who is here on earth right now. And so I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you could hear me. I need to drink more water. Have a great evening, day, morning, whenever you see this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave the comments and questions in the comments section below. I bid you peace.